We now have over 1,700 different pickaxes in Fortnite, but not all of them are going to be tryhard. So in this video, guys, we're going to be looking at the 34 most tryhard pickaxes in Fortnite. This list is going to be some of the best pickaxes that have been added to the game in Chapter 5 Season 3, and also some of the best pickaxes for you guys to use next season, which is just around the corner. If you guys are excited for Chapter 5 Season 4, make sure to go down and hit the like button and the subscribe button, and let me know what your favorite pickaxe is in the comments down below. But let's just get straight into it, guys, and we're starting off with the Diamond Jack. Now, not only is this one of the most tryhard pickaxes in the game today, but it is also one of the rarest ones that we have in the game as well. It is only featured in the store once, and that was when we had the Travis Scott collab back in Chapter 2 Season 2. That skin only featured in the store for 1 day, along with this pickaxe as well, so it is one of the rarest ones on this list, and anyone that has this item is probably one of the best players in the lobby. We've seen a lot of pros and streamers using this over the years as well. Everyone from Mr. Savage to Typical Gamer has been using this, so that really does help it become more tryhard. I feel like it is very similar to the studded axe as well, so you could always swap these out, but the Diamond Jack is going to be the coolest one. We did move forward, guys, and next up we have the Stellar Striker. This is also one of the newest pickaxes in the game. This actually reminds me a lot of the Star Wand. It has a pretty similar design to it, but obviously this is a completely different pickaxe. We do actually have two different styles for this as well. We have a summer and a winter variant. The summer variant, or the orange edit style, has probably been the more popular one. I feel like a lot of people have started to use this in the more casual game modes as well, but if you guys do want to stand out using this, then the winter edit style might be the best way to go. I actually really like this. We also don't have too many pickaxes in Fortnite that are going to fit in with the winter or the Christmas themed skins apart from the candy axe, so I feel like this could be a really good pickaxe for you guys to start using. If you guys do prefer the collab pickaxes though, then something like the Ebonheart Battle Axe might honestly be a better choice. This is actually part of the Gaming Legends collab in Fortnite. We have had so many Gaming Legends pickaxes in Fortnite. A lot of them do end up actually becoming quite popular, but I feel like Ebonheart Battle Axe is so slept on in Fortnite at the moment, and definitely one of the most underrated ones. This reminds me and a lot of other people of the Leviathan Axe. It has that same sort of medieval or Viking design to it, but some people might even prefer this over the Leviathan Axe because this doesn't have a swinging animation that is different to all of the other basic pickaxes in the game. This also isn't reactive or animated, which in my opinion means that a lot more pros and streamers are likely to use this over the Leviathan Axe. Still though, between the two, I feel like the Leviathan Axe is a better choice. So let's just move on, guys, to our next pickaxe, and this is the Vibro Axe. This was added to the game earlier in Chapter 5 and was part of the latest Star Wars collab that we have had in the game. I'm really excited to see what Fortnite does in the future, especially with the Star Wars franchise, because it seems like they've added every single possible character, yet every year we seem to be getting more and more skins and cosmetics from the Star Wars franchise. I feel like the pickaxes are really where the Star Wars franchise is let down. Some of the skins are absolutely incredible, but a lot of the pickaxes end up looking quite similar, so hopefully there is a way that Fortnite can make some of these Star Wars pickaxes better in the future, but I feel like the Vibro Axe has actually been quite popular so far, and definitely one of the better Star Wars pickaxes that we have in the game. The design is really simplistic. It's going to work in with pretty much every single skin in your locker as well, which just makes it even better. It can be quite big and bulky though, so I feel like people are going to prefer the more simplistic pickaxes that we have in the game. So if you guys do want a smaller crossover pickaxe, then Sylvie's sword might honestly be a better choice. This is part of the Marvel collab. A lot of the Marvel collab items end up becoming quite popular and stay popular for a while as well. Similar to the Star Wars series though, I feel like the pickaxes really let the Marvel series down. We don't have really too many iconic Marvel pickaxes in the game. I guess it is kind of hard when there aren't really too many iconic pickaxes in shows or movies, unlike the skins that always feature in the shows, so this can be really difficult, but I feel like Sylvie's sword is actually a pretty cool choice. Sylvie, again, is one of those underrated Marvel characters. Unless you do watch the Loki TV show, then you probably don't even know who Sylvie is, which just makes Sylvie's sword even more unique. It does also have a color tone to it that we haven't really seen before, so I really do like this, and a lot of pros and streamers do want to use pickaxes that are as small as possible, and that is why I feel like Sylvie's sword has a lot of potential moving into Chapter 5 Season 4. If you guys do want to try and use some of the smallest pickaxes in the game though, then I feel like the butterfly knives might be even better. These are some of the most underrated pickaxes I think we have ever seen in Fortnite. I mean, I don't remember the last time I saw anyone using them. I've actually been waiting for these for a really long time in the item shop. I think these are so incredible, and this could honestly be one of the most try-hard dual-wielded pickaxes moving forward. The problem with these though is, again, a lot of pros and streamers do prefer the single-handed pickaxes or the default pickaxes in Fortnite, so the dual-wielding pickaxes never really gain that popularity or that try-hard status in the competitive game modes, but this could always change in the future. These are some of the most simplistic pickaxes as well, so it is going to work in with every single skin in your locker, and I feel like this is really important as we are moving into a brand new season that'll likely have a lot of amazing battle pass skins. I'm so excited for this Marvel season though, but during the last Marvel season of Fortnite, we actually had the bad joke added to the game. Now, this probably won't be as tryhard as some of the other pickaxes we're going to talk about, but this is one of the biggest meme pickaxes we have ever seen, and for that reason I wanted to include it in this video. I've always been a big fan of the meme items that Fortnite adds to the game. Some of the meme skins are incredible, I always find them really funny and do use them from time to time, but in my opinion the meme pickaxes are going to be even better just because they are smaller, they aren't as obvious either, and sometimes they have the best design as well. The only bad thing about the bad joke is you did have to buy this in the last laugh bundle, so it did set you back around $40, which was quite expensive, but I feel like it is one of the best bundle pickaxes we have ever seen, and that probably won't be changing anytime soon. One pickaxe that you can no longer get in Fortnite though has to be the Scratcher. This is added to the game during Chapter 5 Season 1, and it was the pickaxe designed for Peter Griffin. This was a collab that no one expected to get in Fortnite. I mean, it had been rumored for so many years, and we never had confirmation that Fortnite were ever going to collaborate with Family Guy, so when we had Peter Griffin in the Battle Pass, I feel like so many people were shocked by this, and it wasn't really expected at all. I love this a lot though. I feel like the Scratcher was a really good pickaxe. It is one of the only cel-shaded pickaxes that has kept some sort of popularity in Chapter 5 as well. We have had a lot of anime collabs over the last few years, and the cel-shaded pickaxes from those collabs never really got the popularity that they deserved, but the Scratcher definitely has, and that is because I feel like it was just part of the Battle Pass. If you guys don't really like the cel-shaded pickaxes though, one pickaxe you might prefer even more is the Immortal War Doru. This is actually added to the game in April as the Fortnite Crew pickaxe designed with Ares. You can actually pick this up for $10, but unfortunately the Fortnite Crew items never return to the store once that month has ended. I feel like this definitely creates an incentive for people to stay subscribed to the Fortnite Crew bundles for longer than they usually would. Some of these items that they do add are really amazing, and obviously they are only going to get more and more rare over time. I really like the Immortal War Doru. I feel like Fortnite are putting in a lot more effort into the skins that we get in the Fortnite Crew series, and of course now the pickaxes are following suit, with additional edit styles being unlocked for these as well. It does have a custom animation though, which some people might not like, so we may as well move on to our next pickaxe, guys, and this is the Butterfly Knives. Now these are actually quite rare, so you could always swap this out for the Core Cutters, which are pretty much identical, just a slightly different color. I really like both of these. They are some of the most simplistic design pickaxes we have ever seen, so definitely very different to the Immortal War Doru. They have a very small profile, they're going to fit in with every single skin that you own, and they are also becoming more and more tryhard, which is always really good to see. I feel like this is going to fit in with literally every single skin in your locker, so if you are using something like Safety First Steve or even the Bright Raider, they are going to look so good. I still feel like Core's Cutters are just a little bit better, but let me know which one is your favorite in the comments down below. Let's move on to a much more OG pickaxe though, and this is the Spectral Axe. This is one of those underrated pickaxes that no one really talks about in Fortnite anymore. I've always been a big fan of this though. I feel like even though it is based off the original default pickaxe in Fortnite, they have improved it so much to where it is one of the best pickaxes in the game today. It is really detailed though. It sort of has a galaxy or a rainbow effect to it, which is so different and so unique to everything else we have seen, but for some reason this also means that it works with every single skin in your locker. I mean, it is going to be really difficult to find a skin that doesn't look good with this. You can also pick it up for only 500 V-Bucks, making it one of the cheapest pickaxes in this video, and I am just a huge fan of this. I have been talking about this quite a bit over the last few months just because I want as many people to know about this pickaxe as possible, so let me know what you guys think of this in the comments down below. But that takes us forward though to the number 23 position, and we have Wick's Katana. Wick's Katana was added to the game during Chapter 5, and this was an updated pickaxe for the John Wick skin. Obviously, John Wick has been in the game since Chapter 1. We also got the Simple Sledge as the the pickaxe designed for John Wick, because in the movies he does use a sledgehammer as a weapon, but in the most recent movie he does have a katana, so I feel like it was a really cool touch for Fortnite to actually introduce this pickaxe to the game. Usually they would have also introduced a brand new edit style for this skin and charged 2,000 V-Bucks for it, but they actually just updated the original skin with more styles, which in my opinion was a really good touch. I feel like the only way they could have improved this was if this pickaxe was given out for free, but obviously that was never going to happen. And I guess if you guys don't like the way the Wick's katana looks, then we can just replace this with every other katana pickaxe that we have in the game, because we now have at least 10 different katanas, and even though they are different, they all look pretty similar. Let's move on though to another collab pickaxe that has been really good, and this is Catwoman's Grappling Claw. During Chapter 5, we have seen Catwoman rise in popularity a lot. This skin is quickly becoming one of the most tryhard skins we have in the game, so it just makes sense that we include her pickaxe as well. Now, this was actually introduced with Catwoman 0, not the original comic book Catwoman skin, but I feel like the original comic book Catwoman is the skin that has been more popular. I really like this pickaxe. When I first saw it, I thought this is going to become a lot more tryhard and popular than what it is today. I feel like we are slowly starting to see people using this in Fortnite, though Somerset has been using this a bunch, along with Clicks and a few other pros and streamers. So if they keep using this, especially as we move into a brand new season, then it is only going to get more and more popular the more often it features in the store. Let's move forward though, guys, to one of my personal favorite pickaxes, and this is the TVA Time Stick. This isn't a DC pickaxe, but instead a Marvel pickaxe. This again was added to the game around the same time that we had Sylvie's Sword added, because this was added to the game with the updated Loki skin that we have in Fortnite. This is really cool. I like the TVA Time Stick a lot, not because it is a Marvel pickaxe, but because this has one of the smallest and most simplistic designs we've seen from any pickaxe in the game. It actually has a similar color theme to something like the Harley Hitter, but is a lot smaller and does have a custom swinging animation, which in some cases makes this even better, but there are obviously going to be some people that don't really like this pickaxe as well. Personally, I am a big fan. I think this is an amazing pickaxe to use, and if you guys don't already have this, then chances are you'll be able to get it over the next few weeks, especially as we move into a Marvel season. Let's move on to a Battle Pass pickaxe, guys, and this is the Assaultron Blade. This was the pickaxe designed for the T60 Power Armor, which is part of the Fallout collab that we have in Fortnite, and for that reason I feel like we just had to include it on the list. So many people were excited when Fortnite announced a collaboration with Fallout. I feel like they absolutely nailed this skin, and this pickaxe just makes it even better. Because it was introduced as the Battle Pass pickaxe for this as well, I feel like a lot of people are going to be using this towards the end of the season. If they haven't already unlocked this skin, then I guess it is just more incentive to buy the Battle Pass before the season is over, because it is definitely worth it just for this set of cosmetics. I'm a big fan of the Assaultron Blade though. They remind me a lot of something like the katanas that we have already mentioned, but this does have just a little bit more of a detailed design. If you want a pickaxe with a really in-depth design though, then I feel like the Cold Snap might be the way to go. This is actually one of the most underrated pickaxes we had ever seen up until a few months ago when Clicks got his very own locker bundle added to the game. This introduced the Sparkplug skin and the Cold Snap together. You could actually buy these for quite a big discount as well, and I feel like a lot of people ended up doing that because this pickaxe has become so popular since Chapter 5 started. I really like it a lot. It sort of has a similar theme to it as the Candy Axe. It is one of those lighter styled pickaxes. It is quite detailed though, so I feel like it is going to work in with all of your favorite skins, and is definitely considered a tryhard pickaxe in the game. Unfortunately, we don't really see Clicks using it too much anymore, but I feel like if he does use this a bunch during the start of Chapter 5 Season 4, then we could honestly see this pickaxe being one of the best tryhard pickaxes in the game. It is going to be really difficult for this to become as popular and tryhard as something like the Driver though, just because this has been in the game since Chapter 1 Season 5 and has almost been popular and tryhard since then. I mean, it is crazy how long this has been so successful for in Fortnite. We don't really see too many other pickaxes staying popular for this long, and I feel like why this has been so successful is not only is it really cheap, coming in at only 500 V-Bucks, but the design of this is so simplistic that it allows you basically to use this pickaxe with every single skin in the game. So similar to a few of the other ones that we've already talked about, if you want to save your V-Bucks to buy skins, then you need to own a simplistic pickaxe, and the Driver seems like one of the best choices as well. It is a little annoying that we had the Dauntless Driver added as a separate pickaxe. They could have added this as edit styles for the original Driver, but maybe that is something they look at doing in the future. If you guys want to use a pickaxe that is a little bit more unique, then maybe Weapon X's claws might be the way to go. These are actually some of the newest pickaxes we have in the game. They were added obviously with the Weapon X skin that we got a few weeks ago, and these are honestly some of my favorite dual-handed pickaxes we've seen in a really long time. I don't know how tryhard these are going to be in the future. They're still pretty new in Fortnite, so I feel like a lot of people do always use them when they first get added. This skin was in the store as well for a while, so the pickaxes were as well. I just feel like they are so well designed though. They obviously fit in with the design of this skin so perfectly, and because they are quite simplistic, I feel like they will fit in with all of your favorite skins as well. Let me know what you guys think of these in the comments down below. Let's move forward though, guys, to the number 16 position, and we have the Love Lawn. Now this is actually a really cool pickaxe. What I really like about this is that this is basically an item shop remake of the Axe of Champions. The Axe of Champions is known as the most tryhard pickaxe we are ever going to see, so obviously when Fortnite added in an item shop variant, this is always going to be really successful. I feel like it hasn't gained the popularity that it deserves. Not that many people have been using this, and it doesn't really feature in the store that often, which might be the reason why. You can definitely see the resemblance though between this and the Axe of Champions. I honestly would have preferred Fortnite just to add in an item shop variant of the Axe of Champions, but the Love Lawn is still really cool. It sort of has that silver metallic color effect to it as well, which is actually a really common color for a lot of tryhard pickaxes in Fortnite, and another perfect example of this has to be the studded axe. This is by far one of the most tryhard pickaxes we are ever going to see, and is probably unlucky to not be finishing up higher in this video. This is one of the only pickaxes in Fortnite that people consider to have a competitive advantage over the other pickaxes. I mean, it makes almost no sound. It is so quiet compared to everything else, which is kind of crazy that Fortnite haven't actually fixed this. You always see a bunch of people using it in tournaments for this very reason though. I feel like it is one of the best pickaxes we are ever going to see, and this is just one of those pickaxes that would be perfect for Fortnite to add in some more color variants for it, because they don't really need to change around the design of this too much, but they could just add in some different metallic effects to it, like a golden color style, or maybe even a diamond and ruby color style would look really cool. If you do want a pickaxe that has a darker theme to it though, then I feel like Widow's Bite might be the best one. This is part of the Marvel franchise. This was actually one of the rarest pickaxes in the game though, because it first featured back in Chapter 1 Season 8, and then never featured in the store again up until a few weeks ago. We always saw the Marvel items returning every few weeks, so the fact that this didn't return for like 4 years made it so rare and one of the most wanted pickaxes in the game. Now that it has returned though, it is absolutely incredible. I love this a lot. I've been using it a bunch, and it is going to work in with all of your favorite tryhard skins. You can end up waiting quite a while for this to return though, because it is part of a collab, so if you're looking for something that does return to the store a lot more often, then I feel like the Vault Guardian might be a better choice. This is basically a remake of the Gold Crow and the Crowbar, but mashed into one. Some people love this and some people hate it. I personally feel like this is the best crowbar pickaxe that we have in the game now. I just feel like it combines both designs, so it is really a win-win, and it does return to the store all the time for only 500 V-Bucks. The Gold Crow is a little bit more expensive, and the Crowbar never returns to the game, so if you are looking for the cheapest one, then this is a no-brainer. It works in with nearly every single skin in your locker. I feel like a lot of people use this with some of the most tryhard skins in the game, like Siren, Caper, and the superhero skins, but let me know what you guys think of this in the comments down below. It has been in Fortnite for a really long time now, so if you do want to use one of the newest pickaxes, then I feel like Yoda's Cane is going to be a pretty good choice. This, along with the Vibro Axe, are one of the only sets of Star Wars pickaxes that has been popular in Fortnite for longer than a week. I mean, I still see people using Yoda's Cane today, and considering it was added like 2 months ago, I feel like that just shows you guys how good this actually is. I am a huge fan of Yoda and of course the Star Wars franchise, so it makes sense that I love this pickaxe, but I feel like what is so unique about it is that this is going to work in with all of your favorite skins. The design is so simplistic, yet it does also have a custom animation, which just makes this even better. It isn't the smallest pickaxe in this video though, because we have to mention the Slasher pickaxe as well. Now this is also one of the newest pickaxes in the game. It was added at the start of Chapter 4 Season 5 or Season OG for the Fortnite Mares or Halloween update, and this actually came to the game with the Michael Myers skin. I feel like this was such an unexpected collab. Even when Michael Myers was announced, no one really expected the Slasher pickaxe to be coming to the game either, but Fortnite absolutely nailed this. For 500 V-Bucks, it is so so worth it. It is also one of the smallest pickaxes we're ever going to see, so if you guys do want to use this in the more competitive game modes, then I feel like that is going to be a really good choice. People often want to use really small and simplistic pickaxes in the competitive game modes and tournaments just because it takes up less of their screen, and that is why we have also seen a bunch of people using the Splinter Staff over the last few months. One of the biggest pros in the world that is using this has to be Clicks. He has been an incredible Fortnite player, just one of the most influential Fortnite players in the world today, and I feel like whatever combo he ends up using, including what skin and pickaxe he uses, always end up becoming a lot more popular and tryhard. We have definitely seen this with the Splinter Staff. I never really thought this is going to gain much popularity at all, but since Clicks has been using it quite a bit in not only Chapter 5 Season 2, but also Season 3 now, I feel like it is only going to become more popular in the future. It is also really cool that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles items do return more often than I expected, which just allows you guys to buy this pickaxe if you don't already have it. Again though, I feel like the OG pickaxes in Fortnite have just been a little bit better, obviously for a lot longer, and one of the best examples of this is the Icebreaker. You can pick this up for 500 V-Bucks. It has been in the game since Chapter 1 Season 1 and is still being used by people today. I mean, that is kind of crazy when you think about it. The fact that this is added to the game back in 2017 and people are still using it at the moment. There might even be some people in the world that bought this when it was first added to the game and haven't really used any other pickaxe since it was first added, which is kind of crazy. I definitely bought this later on. I feel like I bought this in Chapter 2, but luckily for you guys, if you are still waiting to buy this, it features in the store like once a week, so you guys will probably be able to buy it before Chapter 4 Season 3 ends. Another pickaxe that was added in the same season but doesn't feature in the store as often has to be the Candy Axe. Now it is really interesting because the Icebreaker is a 500 V-Buck pickaxe in Fortnite, but the Candy Axe is a lot more expensive, coming in at 1,500 V-Bucks. I mean, this is almost kind of insane. I cannot believe how expensive this is for a pickaxe that sort of has a simplistic design. I feel like if Fortnite added in the Merrymint as an edit style for this pickaxe as opposed to its own pickaxe, then it definitely would have been worth the price tag, but this is literally one of the most expensive pickaxes we have in the game, and I feel like a lot of people are just choosing to be more economical and buy some of the cheaper items just so they can actually buy more pickaxes. One of the newest pickaxes you guys can still buy today though has to be Elizabeth's Favor. This is actually part of the Pirates of the Caribbean collab and is one of the coolest pickaxes we've seen for a really long time. It is quite similar to a lot of the other swords and katanas that we have had in the game. It does have a custom animation, however this isn't reactive or animated, which might be a downside to it, but I honestly feel like this might be the reason why this stays tryhard for a lot longer than the other swords and katanas in Fortnite. Because this is so simplistic, it's going to work with every single skin that you guys already own and every skin that you guys are going to buy in the future, which just makes this even better. We don't know how often this is going to feature in the store though, so if it is still in the item shop today, make sure to pick it up. Let's move on though to another pickaxe that was added this season, and this is the Stop Sign. This actually came to the game with the Lethal Company collab right at the start of Chapter 5 Season 3. This is so exciting when we first got this announced. As soon as the season started, I feel like a lot of people were waiting for this skin to be added, and this pickaxe as well. This is really different to every other pickaxe we have in the game. It is sort of cell shaded, but not typically like the other cell shaded skins. It just sort of has that black outline to it, which I think is a really unique touch. I do like it a lot. I feel like this is one of the most underrated pickaxes that we have seen this season as well. It does have the potential to be extremely tryhard in Fortnite, and I feel like it is only a matter of time before more people do pick this up. Let's move on though to arguably the most iconic pickaxe of all time, and this is the Star Wand. I mean, it is hard to talk about tryhard pickaxes and not include the Star Wand. You can pick this up for 800 V-Bucks, so it is definitely quite affordable. I feel like for a pickaxe this well designed as well, it is definitely worth it. I really do hope Fortnite add in some more edit styles for this in the future. We do have the Scully Scepter, but that wasn't even included as an edit style for this. That was its very own pickaxe, but I still really like this a lot. It has started to drop off a little bit, but I still feel like it is more popular than any other pickaxe we have ever seen in the game. One pickaxe that might just be a little bit more tryhard than this at the moment though has to be the Harley Hitter. This is an 800 V-Buck pickaxe as well. It was added a few seasons later though at the start of Chapter 2 and came to the game with the Harley Quinn skin. I've always loved this. I feel like what is so good about this is not only is it really detailed, but at the same time, it is pretty simplistic. It basically has one color to it. The more you zoom in on this pickaxe though, you can really see all the details for it, but it just allows you to use this with every single skin you have in your locker, and it is also quite tryhard. I feel like this is really one of the only pickaxes from the DC or the Marvel franchise that has stayed popular and tryhard for a really long time. We obviously had LeBeau's bow that was tryhard when it first got added, but that has dropped off completely. So it is definitely really cool to see the Harley hitter staying popular this season. That takes us forward, guys, to the number 3 position, and we have the Axe of Champions 2.0. I mean, if we are talking about tryhard pickaxes, we had to include it in this video. It is the most tryhard pickaxe we have ever seen. It is hard to find a pickaxe more tryhard than this. There are only 30 people in the world right now that actually own it, and you have to win an FNCS tournament in order to get this pickaxe. I mean, we could have easily put this at the number 1 position, but I just feel like the fact that it is so rare means that a lot of you guys would have actually been disappointed if we included this at number 1, because you would never be able to get it unless you are one of the best players in the world. So that is why it is coming in at the number 3 position. I'm definitely recognizing this though as the most tryhard pickaxe we have ever seen, and I don't think that'll be changing anytime soon until we get an Axe of Champions 3.0 or some sort of new pickaxe for all of the best competitive players. If you do want to use a pickaxe that is a lot easier to own, then I feel like the Jax, Cutlass, and Bane might be a better choice for you. This is part of the latest Pirates of the Caribbean update, and you can actually get this in the mini pass that we got for this collab. We obviously had a bunch of items added to the item shop for the Pirates of the Caribbean collab, and we did also have a mini pass. There are so many pickaxes that you can use from this collab, but I feel like Jax, Cutlass, and Bane is one of the coolest ones. It is a dual-handed pickaxe, so we don't really know how tryhard this will be in the future, but since this is one of the newest items, I feel like a lot of people have been using this so far, and that will only gain more and more popularity as this collab continues. Obviously, moving into a brand new season, this will probably drop off a little bit, but I still love this a lot, and we just had to include it in this video. But finally, guys, let's move on to the number 1 spot, and we have the Leviathan Axe. This is without a doubt the most popular and tryhard pickaxe in the game at the moment that you can buy from the item shop. I love this so much. It is only featured in the store once though, which is holding it back, and you can pick this up for 1,000 V-Bucks. I love it a lot. For a Gaming Legends pickaxe, this has been so successful. We talked about pickaxes like the Ebonheart Battle Axe that is pretty similar to this, but nothing beats the original. I really do hope Fortnite feature this in the store more often, so if you guys are waiting for it, hopefully you can buy it in the future. But I know some people really love the fact that it is so rare, so it is really up to you. I'm sure if you own it, you never want it to be added back, but if you are waiting for this to return, then you probably want it to be added back to the item shop today. But there you guys go. That is my video talking about the 34 most tryhard pickaxes in the game. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below which one was your favorite, and I'll see you guys in the next video.